Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Mr. Owolabi, MA, Basic Technology Teacher for js3. Good day, student. How are you? How are you doing? So, Eid Mubarak to every one of you. So, we pray that Almighty Allah will make us witness more of it in our life. My dear student, as we all know, this is week 3. So, before we start the class, we use our first period to go through the correction of the week 1 assignment. So, and this is the question on the screen. The first question, let's first look at the objective question before we move to the calculation. So, as you are hearing me, please, as usual, you get ready all your learning materials, your notebook and your biro, your pencil to jot something down. The first question, a gear with tooth parallel to the shaft is called dash. If you look at this option, the correct option here is spur gears, which is option D. The ratio, question number 2, the ratio of the speed of driver gears to the speed of the driven gears is dash. Gear ratio, speed ratio, velocity ratio, none of the above. The correct option for this question is none of the above, because gear ratio is the number of driver gears over number of the driven gears, while the speed ratio is the speed of the driven gears over the speed of the driven. And if you look at the question, you see that from this option there is no any option that tally with what the question is asking us. So it's better we pick none of the above, which is the option D. Now, the question number 3 is theory question, which you are asked to consult your textbook and make a list of 10 types of gears. This is the answer to the question. So I'm expecting you to write 5. The 5 we write in our notes and look for another 5. But most of you, there are some students that even write only 2. So this is the answer to the question. We have spur gear, helical gears, gear track, internal gears, Miller gears, bevel gears, worm gears, skill gears, straight bevel gears, and spiral bevel gears. So the speed ratio of mesh gear, this is the calculation part. The speed ratio of the mesh gear is 6. If the driver gears rotate at 60 revolutions per minute and has 30 teeth, find the gear ratio, the number of teeth of the driven gears, and the speed of driven gears. So this is the solution to the question. I told you that when you are given a calculation like this, it's better for you to list all the parameters to see clearly what you are asked to find in the question. If you see this question, we are given speed ratio to be 6. Why the speed of the driver gears to be 6 revolutions per minute, and then the number of teeth of the driver gears to be 30 teeth. So the question asks us to find question number 1 asks us to find the gear ratio. So gear ratio, as we all know, the relationship between gear ratio and speed ratio is that we said that they are equal. So since the speed ratio is given in the question, automatically our gear ratio too will be 6. The speed ratio is given in the question to be 6, also our gear ratio will be 6. This is from their relationship that they are equal. Now, the second question asks us to find the number of teeth in the driven gears. The number of teeth in the what? The number of teeth of the what? Of the driven gears. To get the number of teeth of the driven gears, so please pardon me, that B, we're supposed to write to get NN, not NR. So now this is the formula we are going to use. We use the formula of the gear ratio, that GR is equal to NR over NN. And we are given NR in the question to be 30. And we are looking for an NN. I say you should pardon me for that place that I write to get NR. It's supposed to be NN. So now to get our NN, when we substitute the value given, we try to cross multiply. When we now cross multiply, we get something like this, that 6 NN equal to 30. We divide both sides by 6. We now get what? 5 teeth. This is the number of teeth of the driven gears. The third question, they ask us to find the speed of the driven gears. We also bring out the formula of speed ratio. So the speed ratio is equal to what? The speed of the driven gears over the speed of the driver gears. Another mistake here too, please. I wanted to write SR. not st. So you correct it in your note. So SR, which is the speed ratio, capital letter R, is equal to the speed of the driven gears over the speed of the driver gears. The speed of the driven gears is not given in the question, but the speed of the driver gears is given to be 60 revolution per minute, while the speed ratio, which is given in the question, to be 6. We substitute all these values. After substituting the value, so we now later cross multiply. When we now cross multiply, our Sn will now be 6 times 60, which is going to give us 3,600 revolution per minute. The question number 3. So this is another question. A speed ratio of two mesh gear is 5. If the driven gears rotate at 100 revolution per minute and has 50 teeth, find the gear ratio, the number of teeth of the driver gears, and the speed of the driver gears. Fine. Since the speed ratio is given in the question, as usual, as we all know, our gear ratio too will be 5. So since they are equal, to get our NR now, so we use the formula of the gear ratio, which is the number of teeth of the driver gears over number of teeth of the driven gears. So we are given the number of teeth of the driven gears in question to be 50, and our gear ratio is 5. We try to substitute the value into the formula, we cross multiply. After cross multiplying, we get something like this: NR equal to 5 times 50. So 5 times 50 will give us 250, which means the number of teeth of the driver gears is 250 teeth. Now to get the speed ratio. The speed ratio, as we all know, the formula is Sn over Sr. That is the speed of the driven gears over the speed of the driver gears. The speed ratio is given in the question to be 5. The speed of the driven gears is given in the question to be 100 revolution per minute. We substitute this into the question. We later cross multiply. After cross multiply, it will now give us 5SR equal to 100. The next thing we are going to do now, we divide both sides by 5. When we now divide both sides by 5, we get 20 revolution per minute. This is the correction to the week 1 assignment, and this is going to be our first period. So maybe next class, so for the second period, we are going to look at the chain drive. So assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.